We often see the headlines, but we rarely see the human cost behind them. What does it take to solve a masterpiece crime? Sometimes it takes an entire career, a lifetime of obsession. For decades, California was haunted by a phantom known as the East Area Rapist, a man who committed at least 30 murders and over 50 rapes. For investigator Paul Holes, it wasn't just a case. It was a 24-year shadow that consumed nearly his entire career. He obsessed over the killer's DNA, chasing a ghost who mocked police by calling and taunting his victims. Years later, the psychological weight was immense, and many original investigators retired with a crushing sense of failure. Holes and his team uploaded the killer's DNA to a public site called GetMat. Now, a common myth is that they hacked into private databases like 23andMe. The reality is, they used a public resource where people voluntarily share their data. By building a massive family tree, they found a distant cousin, which eventually led them to a 72-year-old former police officer, Joseph James Dunn. Perhaps no case has traumatized a police department more than the 1996 murder of 60-year-old JonBenét Ramsey. The crime scene was a nightmare because it was initially reported as a kidnapping. The house was swarmed with friends and family, destroying crucial evidence. This created years of internal conflict. Let's bust some myths. The ransom note wasn't a standard demand. It was 3 pages long, written on a notepad from inside the house, and demanded an oddly specific $118,000, the exact amount of her father's recent work bonus. Another myth surrounds the stun gun marks on her body. Others argued the marks were consistent with a piece of a toy train track found nearby. Finally, we go back to 1947 Los Angeles, to a case that changed forensic history. The Black Dahlia. When Elizabeth Short's body was found, the first witness thought it was a mannequin, and a grotesque Glasgow smile carved into her face. The clinical nature of the crime led police to investigate hundreds of doctors. The media painted her as a call girl, but in reality, Elizabeth Short was a 22-year-old aspiring actress. And while the killer was never officially convicted, many lead detectives became convinced it was Dr. George Hodel after his own son. A former LAPD detective found incriminating evidence in his father's private files. These cases show that solving a crime is a slow, agonizing grind that can cost investigators their sleep and their sanity. The technology changes, but the horror remains. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most chilling mysteries.